This is Ebony Thompson, Tourism and Marketing Director for the Calhoun County Chamber of Commerce. Welcome into the Community Connection TV show.
Welcome back, folks. We appreciate you for tuning in to another great episode of the Community Connection TV show. And we are here with an animal friend of ours, Mr. Brian Blazer, and he has brought a friend of his named Brody.
Hey,
and Brody, hey Brody!
How you doing, buddy?
And tell us what Brody is. Now, I know Brody's a baboon.
He's a little olive baboon.
Olive baboon, okay. Now, Brody, Brody strikes me as the type of baboon that might get into a little mischief occasionally. Is that true?
They all get into a little mischief.
Okay. Now, Brody, I want to ask you a little bit, just a question about Brody, then we're going to go into what you do in your business. But Brody just fascinated me when I saw him.
Oh, yeah.
I want to call her because he's so cute. But Brody, how many pounds is Brody right now?
Right now, he's just a few pounds.
Hey, Brody.
3 pounds. But he'll get big. You know, they can get up over 60 pounds. Big male baboon.
So he'll go up to 60 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Now,
buddy, I have 2 females, you know, that I'm using my
look over here,
show.
Brody. Look over here.
And I have 2 females that I use in my educational show that I've been using since they were his size, and one of them's 22 and one of them's 24 years old.
Wow.
And we do educational programs, you know, for school kids.
Well, we're glad to have you. This is Brian Blazer, and Brian is with the Blazers Educational Animals Program. And he's been educating, you've been educating schools and just various different types of services.
Right. We mostly do educational programs for schools, but we do different events, October festivals. You know, sometimes I do a program like for the Anniston Museum. I've done some programs.
Okay.
Just anytime anybody needs an animal show.
I was going to ask you, did you work with the museum? We know Dan Spalding over there. He's a friend of the show, so we know Dan. And we actually got to meet young Riley, the paleontologist, through the museum one time. He's become a friend of the show. Riley's been on the Ellen Show a couple times, so he's a local celebrity.
Okay.
And he's a pretty neat little guy. Of course, by now he's probably about 9 years old, so we got to change his title from the 7-year-old paleontologist to the 9-year-old. But anyway, we love having bringing you, the viewers, different types of guests and special, unique things to the show. And if we might can get Brody to come see me. Hey, Brody, come here, buddy. But I don't know if Brody is used to me yet, but we were kind of scared to bring a monkey on the show, honestly, folks, because we didn't know if you would know the difference between me or the monkey. So, and obviously, and honestly, the monkey could get my job. So we're kind of concerned about that too. But anyway, Brian, now you tell us a little bit about the different kind of animals that you have at your ranch.
Well, we raise some rare animals. We raise a lot of rare birds, a lot of African crows and ravens, and we use birds for education. Injured birds, like migratory birds, like hawks and owls and vultures.
Yeah.
Birds like that. And then I raise some rare goats. I raise a couple different types of ibex. Found in Asia and Africa, and a lot of them are endangered species. A lot of the countries they come from are, really war-torn countries, and when you have really poor people in a really war-torn country, the animals suffer because people have to have something to eat.
Right.
And, to us, they may be a really endangered animal, but to them, it's a goat.
I actually heard, and this is before we even planned this interview, I heard a couple days ago, I don't know if it's true, but it was a fact that said that goat meat's the #1 meat in the world.
That's right.
Was goat meat.
More goat is consumed than beef, pork, and chicken put together.
Yeah, and then on some of these reality shows that's out now, you might see, you know, a goat in the backyard on the barbecue grill, right. But I've never had goat. You know, I'm not going to say I'm against trying it. You know,
right.
I'd like to, you know, go out and I don't know how you feel about this, but I'd like to go out in an overpopulated area where there's too many rattlesnakes,
right,
and kill a rattlesnake and eat it. I mean, it's just a desire I've got to do.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I'm a strange person. But well, Brian, we appreciate you for coming and bringing your friends with you. We're going to take a little look at a little glimpse at your farm and at your ranch here as we're talking, and tell us some more things. I know when I first talked to you a couple days ago, you were in Virginia picking up a unique animal.
Right.
Hey, Brody. Brody. Hey, Brody.
Come on out,
Brody.
Hey, my buddy. Hey, how's my little boy?
Hey, Brody. So you were picking up a...
Yeah, we were picking up a ring-tailed lemur. It was donated to us from a zoo up there, and because we do educational programs for school children, and I have friends that, I've been doing these shows here in Alabama for 22 years, and actually I knew Carl when I managed another zoo before that. He's Carl Mogeson. He's at the Natural Bridge Zoo in Virginia.
Okay.
We picked up a lemur, and he donated me one to use in my educational program.
Right.
Because he raises a lot of them, and
wow.
He's been here to Alabama to see what I do, and And today Carl's on his way to Panama City dropping off a baby giraffe.
Ah, wow. To the zoo. To the zoo down there. I've been to that zoo. That's an impressive zoo.
Yeah.
And will you shake my hand? Thank you, sir.
He's sucking on his toe.
He gave me 5.
Yeah.
Monkeys are incredibly smart. Some people tend to believe that some monkeys are smarter than some people. But anyway, present company excluded or included. I don't know which to say anyway. So now you brought an alligator we may have time to look at today, an American alligator. Have you seen, what do you think about these reality shows? I mean, everything's about animals now.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
You like them?
I love it, Yeah.
Maybe we could get a local reality show with what you're doing. You never know.
No problem.
We definitely want you to be a friend of the show. So we want you to come back, be a regular with us, show us what you're doing. We'd love to, have some of the friends of the animal world visit us here. And
sure. And we do a lot of horseback riding from my farm.
Yeah.
Back in the mountains south of Heflin.
Okay.
And we come upon rattlesnakes and copperheads all the time.
Right.
And we pick them up. And
so what you're saying, I might could go catch one and eat one.
You bet. We'll take you rattlesnake hunting. You don't even have to catch one. We'll ride around until we find one somebody just bumped with a car that's already wounded, flopping around.
No, I want fresh.
That's fresh. You'll still be alive.
Have you seen Rattlesnake Republic? That show.
I think I've seen one or two.
We talk a lot about reality shows because we're so into TV. I'm a TV-aholic, and that's why I do the show here. But Rattlesnake Republic is insane, and what it's about, if you haven't seen it, it's a Texas show. Okay, and it's really popular because it's so crazy, and they've got about 3 different groups that they've picked out of Texas that wrangle rattlesnakes, and they catch them for a living. That's how they earn their living. And they'll go out and they catch these rattlesnakes and sell them for meat, sell them for hides because of the overabundance. I mean, sometimes if you got too many rattlesnakes, it's not quite a good thing.
Right.
And so they go out and plus scientists will purchase them for venom testing and things like that. So there's 3 different groups, and they'll show a map of this area of Texas, and they'll show what these guys are doing. They'll show a map of this area of Texas. And long story short, they get into some crazy situations. And they had a recent episode where one of the veteran wranglers was bitten in the hospital and actually in tears. I mean, it was a pretty serious thing. So with animals, anything can happen, and usually does. But I'm gonna tell you, I am in love with Brody because Brody is a cool little dude. If we can get him to stay up here for a little bit, you'll fall in love with him a little bit more, and he'll be back. He'll see us again in a moment. In fact, we might just go ahead and grab his blanket, and I bet if I had his blanket, I bet you he'll come see me. What do you think, folks?
Yeah,
you think he will?
Oh,
there he is. See, he wants
to know what you're
doing
with the
buddy.
blanket.
Hey. Hey, buddy. Yes. Now he's got that blanket, so he wanted to take it back with him. He's camera shy, but he is coming around. Hey, Brody, give me 5, buddy. What are you crunching on something there?
Oh,
It's probably a piece of our equipment, folks, but we'll get through it. But Brian, stay with us. We're going to take a short break in a moment. And I don't know if you're familiar with the show, but we do business spotlights for elite businesses in the county. We're about to go do that now. And stay tuned, folks, to the end of the show, because we're going to have our usual musician spotlight. And you never know what you're going to see on that. It could be a national artist. Have you ever heard of the band Petra? The Christian rock band Petra that's been out since the 70s. We had the lead singer from them send us a video to use for our Christmas episode. That was really cool. And so you just never know who you're going to see on here. Usually it's local musicians, and we try to feature as much local talent as we can. And we have a lot of guests on our show that have national connections. And of course, you have your own national connections in your own way through the animal world. So that's really neat. And just the closing words before our break, Brian. How hard is it to have a young baby baboon in your home?
Well, it's not the first time for me, because I have two that are, like I said, 22 and 24 years old that have been with me all their life, and they're getting real old, and they still work for me in my animal shows. But when they're little like this, we really spend every minute with them. Literally sleeps in the bed with us at night,
right.
Gets up in the morning, and it's constant, because they're with their parents all the time. You kind of have to be with them all the time.
Yeah.
You can't leave them alone. They're a social animal, and a baby, if you leave them alone, it's kind of going to be traumatizing to them.
Right.
So we stay with them 24/7 when they're little.
Yeah.
And and get them trained in, and so they can be around people.
Trying to get him to come perch on my shoulder, but he might not.
Right, come on up.
Now you have got a. He might let me hold him.
He'll cry, but we can make him cry.
Woo!
Oh, see? Oh, you're gonna cry because somebody else is grabbing you.
Now you got a bigger baboon.
Yes, I have two of them. One's 22 and one's 24 years old.
Are they the same breed?
No, they're real similar. In fact, the other ones we have are hamadryas, and this is the olive baboon. But in the wild, where their ranges meet, the olive and hamadryas baboons, they hybridize.
Right.
They crossbreed.
Okay.
So they're that much alike.
Okay. Well, great. Well, Brian, we appreciate you for hanging out with us. Stay with us till our break's over. We'll be right back, folks. Everybody, don't touch that dial. If you're watching us on the internet, don't touch that mouse. And if you're watching us on Cable One, don't touch that remote. We'll be right back.
Opportunity is knocking. We're ERA King Real Estate. To buy or sell real estate today, you need solutions that will pay. Opportunity is knocking at your door. It's what you're looking for. Opportunity is knocking. We're ERA King Real Estate.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dale Burgess, chiropractic physician. Are you suffering from severe lower back and leg pain, neck pain, your arms and legs tingling? Have you been told that you've got to live with it, that there's nothing else to do but surgery? Give us a call. We use the unique Burgess method. Call us today to find out if you qualify for our unique method of care. The only thing you may have to lose will be your suffering and pain. If you haven't tried the Burgess method, you haven't tried everything.
We are proud to introduce to you Radioactive, located in Pelham since 1985. Radioactive strives to build their reputation on honesty and integrity by offering high-quality products and knowledgeable service. They offer a comprehensive range of products and professional installation for your home theater and automotive needs. Radioactive stands behind their work and has the reputation to back it up. Give them a call for all of your home theater, vinyl wrap, and car stereo needs. Call 205-663-1859.
Welcome back, folks. We appreciate you for staying connected, and we hope you enjoyed that unique Elite Business Spotlight session that we had. And we are glad that Brian Blazer has stayed with us through that and through our break. And he is with us here today as a special guest and friend of the show. And he is with Blazer's Educational Animals Program. And
That's right.
You educate through schools, museums, you name it.
Right.
And we've mentioned that a little bit. And we've put your information up, and we're going to put it up again throughout the show for people at the bottom of the screen to check you out. What have you brought for us to look at on this segment?
This is a little pygmy hedgehog. They come from Africa. And actually, the African pygmy hedgehog has been raised so long in captivity that it's actually a little different from the wild hedgehogs. It's like a domestic pet type hedgehog that people keep.
So they're more docile.
They're more docile, and they're really not a hog. You know, you say hedgehog, but they're an insect eater, insectivore. But they make, you can go to PetSmart and get hedgehog food, I think.
Right,
or they'll eat cat food or dog food. And they're soft on the belly.
Yeah.
And the top of them kind of looks like a porcupine, but they're different from a porcupine. You know, if you touch a porcupine, the quills stick in you. They come out of the porcupine.
Almost like a pine cone.
Right. Now, he's got them laying down now so they don't hurt you.
Yeah.
When he wants to roll into a ball to protect himself, they get real sharp.
Right.
And when you touch him, it's like, ah! But if you touch a porcupine, you take your hand off, you get to keep the quills for free, right?
Yeah. And they can go deeper, I've heard.
Right,
So
they keep going deeper.
That.
And when you have the hedgehog here, the quills stay in the hedgehog. He doesn't give them up.
Wow.
But they dig kind of like a hog around the hedge bushes, and that's how they get the name hedgehog.
That's amazing.
But they're not a hog at all. They're an insect eater.
Right.
I have two of them here. Maybe if the other one's more rolled into a ball. Hang on. Oh, they can move kind of fast. There you go.
Oh, I can feel why you wear a glove.
Yeah, sometimes they roll right into a ball, to protect themselves. Then you can't even see the belly. They just roll right up. But this is Sonic, and that's his girlfriend, Supersonic.
Sonic and Supersonic.
Yeah.
Cool. And folks, I know you can get a little good view of that there, and showing you a close-up in a moment there of that. That is so cool. And so now they don't like to be but do they like to be on their back? I don't think
they can roll right up into a ball.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to get him to roll up for me a little bit. She actually rolls up better most of the time than he does, but today they're just wanting to run around. When they run around, they just kind of waddle around.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one running across the gym floor over in Georgia. A little boy said, "It's a baby sheep." So you never know what children think when they see them.
Oh, man.
Right.
Well, they are definitely unique. I mean, God made creatures so unique and so different. I mean, it's just amazing at the varieties of animals and the uniqueness and their habits and everything that they do. It's just very, very incredible.
See how they can roll up?
And
like
I hear
that?
them. I
hear the huffing and puffing. Now touch the difference. You feel the difference?
Ooh, now this one's mad at me.
When they roll up
can
like
you hear
that,
that? See if you can hear that.
They huff and puff like a little choo-choo train
I think
coming.
they can hear that.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get her huffed up here and put the microphone on.
Yes, we make animals mad on our show, folks, just for your entertainment.
Well, if she's scooting along and something kind of grabs her to protect herself, she can roll right up in a ball like that.
Just a natural.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they huff and puff like a little choo-choo train,
Try to save their life there.
Yeah.
Now, they have American hedgehogs, am I right? Or is there anything native?
We have an American porcupine.
Porcupine, but not a
hedgehog.
hedgehog.
But we don't have a
So
hedgehog.
the hedgehogs we see in the stores are imports.
Yeah, they're an African breed of hedgehog that's raised for pets.
Okay, I never realized that they were all from Africa.
There's hedgehogs in Asia and Africa, but there's none of them native to North America or South America.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow. Well, folks, it's already that time to take another quick break, and we're going to take another business spotlight and our special musician spotlight. And so we are going to take a quick break. Stay with us. And by the way, if you know of an interesting guest, an interesting hobbyist, somebody who has an interesting occupation, I can't think of very many people that have a more interesting occupation than Brian. Okay, but if you know of somebody that may not have a baboon as a child or pet, but something different than that, give us a call. Let us know. Our email address is right there. And you can also type in on Facebook, local TV show, and there's that information there. And of course, at the end of the show, the information will be put up. And let us know. We appreciate your feedback and we appreciate your input. And above all, we appreciate you continuing to view our show week after week. And we thank you so much for staying with us. And we'll be right back. So stay connected, folks.
Planning an event? Be sure to call Top Notch Events and Rentals. They have all that you need for all of your wedding and special rental needs. Inflatable bounce houses, slides and vending, lighting and draperies. Don't forget about their fantastic line of formal wear. That's Top Notch Events and Rentals, located in Anniston, Alabama, 239-4950. Welcome in to Creations Salon, located at 600 Quintard Avenue, Anniston, Alabama. Great services for men and women. Haircuts, highlights, hair extensions, special occasion hair and makeup. Be sure to visit Creations Salon for your nail spa and your pedicure needs. Also, tanning services. So be sure to visit Creations Salon.
Call Mr. Dan's Plumbing for all your plumbing needs. Mr. Dan's Plumbing also services your septic needs and provides portable toilet services. That's Mr. Dan's Plumbing at 256-835-0244. Servicing residential and commercial accounts.
Be sure to go out to Jacksonville Auto Sales and see the great selection of vehicles that they have there for you. We're talking about sports cars, family cars, and trucks of many varieties. Be sure to get out there and see them at Pelham Road South, Jacksonville, just across from the Jacksonville Walmart. If you're listening to us from the Lincoln, Heflin, or Gadsden areas, be sure to make the drive because it is worth it. Go see Marty Boyles at Jacksonville Auto Sales, 256-365-1616.
Satan, your kingdom must come down. Satan, your kingdom must come down. I heard the voice of Jesus Christ. Satan, your kingdom must come down. Tear your kingdom down. Pray till they tear your kingdom down. I heard the voice of Jesus Christ. Satan, your kingdom must come down.
Opportunity is knocking. We're ERA King Real Estate. To buy or sell real estate today, you need solutions that will pay. Opportunity is knocking at your door. It's what you're looking for. Opportunity is knocking. We're ERA King Real Estate.
Welcome back, folks. We appreciate you for staying connected. We hope you enjoyed that musician spotlight, and we also hope you've been enjoying our special guest of the show, Brian Blazer with Blazer's Educational Animal Program. And Brian has been if you're just tuning in, you missed the monkey. He has a baboon. The species again is a
Olive baboon.
Olive baboon. Cutest thing in the world, mate. We'll show you another clip of it before we leave you today. But he has brought with him I'll let you say it because it's a little bit easier. This is a
African pied crow.
African pied crow. And this is the kind of crow you see in the Windex commercials where they're laughing at us humans for just running into the clean glass. And actually, he raised those crows that you saw in that commercial. We'll have to go in more detail about that in another episode because that's just so much information he's got. I can't fit it all in today.
I raise more crows and ravens than probably anybody in the world. If you get online looking for a crow breeder, and I've been raising them for 20 years, and I raise African pied crows and African white-necked ravens, and I have some hybrid ravens, and a lot of them are used for movie and TV work. Animal actors of Hollywood has gotten crows and ravens from me. Dennis Grisco and Mark Jackson, they train crows and ravens. They were shooting a movie in Wetumpka called The Big Fish. They had a couple of my white-necked ravens flying in, snatching the hats off their head, and when they shot the movie in Whitesburg, Georgia called The Conjurer with John Schneider.
Okay.
And one of my pied crows had to fly in there and drop a ring down for him. So
wow.
Use a lot of crows for movie work.
Now that's amazing. And right here, close to Calhoun County, right there in Cleburne County.
Right.
And you never know till you get out and meet folks and hear things. I've been living in this area all my life. Okay. And I never knew what you did. I mean, it's amazing. But I live a sheltered life. I'm a reclusive person, and I don't talk much. But I don't like to be seen. And all jokes aside, we really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. And closing out with the last 60 seconds. Okay. Tell everybody what you'd like to have them to know as far as how they can use your services, like schools, programs.
Well, if you want an educational program with animals, you go to Blazer's Educational Animals. You can just find me online. Just type in Blazer's Educational Animals. Okay. If you want to see all the crows, there's a link on my educational animals. Go down to the bottom. It's called the Corbett Ranch. Right. That's where I raise my crows and ravens. Okay. And you can just click right on it. And you can watch a video of me hand feeding about 48 baby ravens, crows, South American vultures, Australian kookaburras. Wow. Raise a lot of birds.
Great. That's great. Well, awesome. I hate to be out of time. It's one of the episodes that I really hate to close out on, but we appreciate you for being with us today. Oh, thank you. We thank you that the host didn't get attacked by anything and bitten. And of course, if I had, I know the ratings would have went sky high. And, our sponsors wouldn't have liked me getting hurt, but they'd love the ratings boost too. So, hey, maybe we can arrange something. I don't know. I'm just kidding. But folks, we appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you for staying connected, and we're just trying to bring you some great, entertaining guests and informative information. So stay tuned. You never know who's going to be here next week, and we'll see you next time. Same channel, same Facebook page if you're on Facebook. Stay connected.